coming up on this episode.
We've been doing the proper test wrong all these years. We are not allowed to touch the dog. We are not to touch the body. We have to wait for them to have a bowel movement and touch the poop outside the body. And if there's no poop, you have to wait. So we have no way of knowing about parvo immediately. All right. I have a job interview. I hate job interviews. I hate Payday and I hate job interviews. Have I mentioned I hate job interviews and Payday? I'm gonna make you do payroll. You can do that. You can count the hours, not me.
I mean, the way people clock out
sucks up.
I wouldn't mind. Clock in and clock out. I wouldn't mind unless people know how to clock in.
Oh my God! You should see this one. It's like the.
How hard is it though? You clock in and you clock out.
Oh my God! I'm gonna show you. Oh, I thought you meant cash out. Look, come here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Who can understand this? Look at that. Look at this. You guys are trying to kill me. Look at this. Look at this. You guys are like trying to kill me. It's the same amount, whether it's clocked in and it's the same 8 hours, it's still 8 hours.
Yeah.
I will kill you. How's that dog doing? Do we know what's wrong with him yet?
Bloody.
I know. Yes, you did?
Yeah.
But
He was empty this morning when I checked him, and then.
I love him.
I know, he's super cute.
And you know, he's got to have gruel. Because he's got a broken jaw. Yeah. So she needs gruel. This little guy has a broken jaw. It needs gruel. Gruel.
It's basically.
So you know what gruel is? You better get up on gruel. You got to read children's storybooks because gruel is in there. It's like all over the children's storybooks.
It's basically like really soft and food. He's like, this feels nice.
Legolas, my boy! I know, Cheyenne. Legolas is my boy. Okay, which room is this person in? How would I know? How would I know?
I didn't put this one in. Eno did.
Who did?
Eno. But I want to hear.
Hi.
How are you?
You don't look like you have that.
Do they have a certain look?
Yeah, actually they do.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I came into Snoop.
Really?
I just came into Snoop.
Yeah,
Shannon, you can ask Shannon. I'm Alex. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't think, they've never heard, he's had one other foster, and
You're
no
so
one's ever
cute.
heard, yeah, he's a great little cook, and no one's ever heard of him having any kind of seizure, so this is all news to them.
So then this is the one that she was asking me about the doxy giving you a seizure. I'm like, I've never heard of doxy giving a seizure.
I was like, I just want to make sure the medicine's not.
Do you know when he was vaccinated or anything?
I have all the paperwork actually with me.
Okay, because we are going to do something called an upper respiratory PCR. Thank you.
This whole thing, yeah, thank you.
Okay, so it was on the 12th. We might get, but it should still be a low viral load. It could be epileptic. Hopefully it's not something more serious, but that's the test we're gonna run to make sure that it's not something more serious. I'm trying to figure out where he came from. I wanna see where he got pulled from. Or whether he's just from the streets. Just from the streets, he's 2 years old. You're awfully cute.
He's a real cutie.
You're awfully cute. Can he be epileptic at this age? Heck yeah, he can. Environment does contribute sometimes to stress, can cause a seizure. My epileptic dog got seizures from the television.
Really? Oh my goodness.
So yeah, electronics, which really shocked me because I used to leave the TV on for him so he wouldn't be alone.
Yeah.
I did learn to manage my epileptic dog with no medicine, just by keeping the stress level low. Okay, so they are going to do a PCR, and we are going to have some test results. It's going to take 3 days minimum. And then, and to get my test results. But at least it'll give you an answer, because epileptic, it's hard to diagnose an epileptic dog. You just have to rule everything else out. It looks really good for a sickly dog.
Yeah, he's doing all right. I think it's just the seizures and the cough.
He looks pretty good. It doesn't always mean death. I have seen more successful distemper survivors than not.
Okay, cool.
The doctors will obviously tell you more, but the PCR is going to be very, very diagnostic. It's going to help us a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So who's going to do the PCR on this one? Whoa,
Not yet.
that's good news. My baby. Love my baby.
See, at least, do you see how wonderful?
It looks so nice.
Right? I don't know. Did you see a deal right there?
Man,
I've been working hard, can you tell?
Should I have this on her again?
no, I mean, look how wrinkled she is.
Oh, you don't even want to know what I did.
That's my dog Sarah, and she's here to get checked out. She had surgery Thursday. Her femur was broken by her grandmother, of all things. They were in the yard roughhousing it, and I guess grandma hit her the wrong way or whatever, broke her neck. I got referred here by a friend of the clinics, Ruff Rescue, and they performed the surgery Thursday. All has been going good, and then yesterday I started noticing a little swelling, and then today it was more, so we're back to have a checkup. Prior to finding out about this place, I thought I had to surrender my dog because I didn't think I could afford to care for her, but they made it possible for me.
You know what happened to the cat?
No. I was just told it needed a laceration repair. It looks like, though, maybe it got bit.
Yeah.
I'll do that. You'll be in my way if you stand there. That one went in. Thank you. Yeah, that's fine.
I saw a little scab on there. PetSmart didn't want to groom him and shower him until they took care of it. This.
So was he licking, was he biting, or what is it? Is it this that they were worried about? See this little nodule here? Or is he bothered by it?
No, he walks perfectly fine, but he said that.
Yeah, he scraped it on something. That's all it is. Now the only thing I would probably do is maybe just give him an antibiotic just to prevent that from getting infected. So he's not licking it, he's not bothering it.
Real quick, Doc, on the ring lamp, did you want how many days?
You know what, 3 days. Yeah, 3 days. I'm looking for 10 days. Okay. And the right length, by then it should stop. Yeah, I think he just stepped on something. He abraded it, shaped off a little
Okay. Does it look infected though, or does it look fine?
You know, it is a little red, and it can always be prone towards infection.
Okay.
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 All right, so he's good to go. Let me get one of my girls in here and she give me an estimate.
Okay.
Of the
Thank you.
antibiotics, okay?
But I'll check and see if we have any in the back because there was a few boxes. Okay.
Just a little injury. So I'm just gonna cut this out and get some fresh healthy efficiency to it. Pretty simple. But he's excited.
If you pinch it, it works easier.
Yeah.
Since you gotta get the blood anyway if you're possible Demodex. Yeah, it looks like a Demodex case. Totally. We always take more than one sample too. We always take like from three different spots, whichever, yeah. He's probably just gonna be here for long enough to get the injection once he finds out what's there, but. Buddy. You got some gunkies in your eyeballs. Are you cold? Mm-hmm.
We've been doing the parvo test wrong all these years. Unbelievable. You're not supposed to. You're not allowed to touch the dog. You can only touch the poop. It has to be out of the body. I know.
We've been sticking it in.
I know. We are not to touch the body. We have to wait for them to have a bowel movement and touch the poop outside the body. And if there's no poop, you have to wait. So we have no way of knowing about parvo immediately.
If you're testing feces, the amount of times there's the parvovirus present that's not detected is minuscule. It's basically always going to test positive in the presence of parvovirus. However, if you're just swabbing around a rectum, that's not where parvovirus lives. Parvovirus is living in the small intestine.
So we have to have a clean bowel movement, whatever it is, outside the body. Then we take the swab, we stick the swab in it, and then you can get a swab test. But we would get, if you have symptoms of parvo, we would get a fast result with the in-house blood. Sorry.
Basically, the recommended protocol from internal medicine is a dog comes in symptomatic of parvovirus, you should do a complete workup. You should check all kinds of things. There also could be other underlying diseases in addition to parvo.
Two tests is gonna pay for that shit.
Thank you!
Nobody fucking here is gonna pay for that.
I told him that and he doesn't get
They barely won't even pay for the parvo test.
I know.
They leave their dogs here all the time.
It's your job to recommend the recommended guidelines.
always recommend
and it's
the
the
guidelines.
customer's job to decide what they want to do for their pet. But what we need to do is educate the clients what we have, and here's the options available.
And I'm not the doctor, she got it on camera saying it. It's my opinion that we're fucked.
It's pointless.
I mean, we're pretty much fucked. You know, I was saying to the doctor on the phone that most of them are already bled out. Pretty much, there's no poop. So for us to wait for poop, where does the dog go? With that said, I will say generously that IDEX has come to try and help us with a ridiculously low price. I mean, really, a ridiculously low price for our Parvo D PCRs and for our in-house blood. That would make it cost effective. I mean, comparable to our Parvo Snap, we could actually do an in-house blood for the same price that we would charge our Parvo Snap. And then we can always do a PCR. We can always do all of the other stuff. I mean, obviously, we want them to do everything diagnostic that we can. But you know and I know they're all going to probably say no.
Either that or we're just going to end up with 1,000 more dogs every freaking year.
We're trying to rip them off. I know, they're going to think we're trying to rip. I try and tell the corporate world the mindset of the clients in this neighborhood, but they don't quite grasp that. See, I didn't even have to say that. You see what the first thing she said, they're going to think we're trying to rip them off.
Your primary challenge is going to be education.
I know. But you're talking about a community that does not trust the corporate system in the
Not
first
only
place.
that, a lot of them don't even care. Like, most of the time we find a pet that's like already almost dead before they'll bring it in. Like, they don't give a shit.
Yeah, so now we've got a handful because we're trying to help animals, and at the end of the day, if they've only got $300 to their name, they're not going to spend 100 of it on diagnostics. They're not, because that 100 is life or death. Because now they've only got $200 for treatment, and they're out of money for treatment. See see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna agree with them. Go for the treatment, screw the diagnostics. That's what I would do. I have it in the
Yeah, but then what do? Do you throw them in parvo with the rest of the freaking parvo dogs?
I know.
Or do you get 5 million more of those that cost you a fortune?
No, what we do is we tell them right away in advance. We tell them, look, you run the risk. I'm not risking my hospital. Dr. Anderson freaked out too when I told her because she said, I'm gonna have to call all the hospitals and all the doctors I know because that's what we've been doing for years. And the box even says, doctor, the box even says that you're supposed, it doesn't say you're not supposed to do that. So that's pretty big. I mean, kind of.
I need plasma light.
You know what's the deal with the cat?
It's fatty tumors, they think. I think she thinks it's fatty tumor, but you know what that is? Do you think that's what that is, Alma? Yeah, it's very fatty tumors. Mom, I just give you the business. You're ready to fix it? But your hand is in his face. On his face.
Like a lion or something?
Hey, Ben, like, Lucy was 34 pounds and that cat was really diabetic, so it was just like how wide this cat is laying down, that's how wide the cat I've seen was standing up.
Hey, Carmen!
So, I mean, I love that cat. I'd feed it good Durkin every day just to keep him fat. That's just me though.
Sorry, kitty. But, hold on. But you never saw him before he got sick?
We've seen him, but he wasn't sick.
Okay, so he wasn't,
No, he wasn't sick. He was okay.
Okay, all right.
We were feeding, well, she was feeding the cats yesterday, and then he just...
Oh, so he walked up,
Yeah,
so we
he
think
just
he's not, do we think he's feral?
No.
What I'm going to do is have somebody talk to you. I'm gonna get him started on some treatment, but I don't like just take things in. They have to decide where they're going to keep them and what they're going to do with them. And again, because the rescue is helping, they move on from there. But when they come in, what people don't understand is animals, he's been outside. This is an extremely stressful environment for anything that's been outside. Depending, especially if they're not a house cat is usually used to TVs and other pets and things like that, but outside cats get to hide, okay? So I'll have somebody help figure out what we need to do. He's really congested. This is something I think that's airborne. It's a part of that canine flu that's on the birds, but the cats can get sick from it also. Dogs can, we aren't gonna get it, all right? We're not gonna get it. They're getting this from the birds, okay? And, but dogs can get it. They can get it from dogs. We can give it to them and we can give it to dogs. That's why I tell people, if you have a sick person home, you should always wash your hands before you touch your pets. Questions before I pop out of here? Okay, all right, cool. So you're trapping those cats and getting them fixed?
Yes.
Okay, awesome, very good.
You just smell the food. It's okay.
I told them, well, but I told them the cat would do better if they took care of it. And they're like, well, can we leave it here? And I'm telling them, no, the cat's gonna get sick because it's go look at it. Maybe you could talk to them because I'm telling them, you only have to give it medicine twice a day.
And the cats actually do better at home because here in the hospital they get stressed because we have dogs barking all the time. I mean, it's just hard for cats. You don't have a place you can keep the cat at home?
I have other cats, but they're and dogs too.
Where's this cat live now?
We feed it and it came yesterday. We've seen it a couple of times, but yesterday actually...
So it has mange?
It actually came to us and let us get it and trap it. And,
You can actually...
I mean, let's touch it and it's a good cat,
Yeah.
but you know...
Do you have like a bathroom or somewhere you could put the cat or in a room? Like in a big dog kennel, and then you can put a cat box in there with food and water. Problem is, if they come in the hospital already stressed, their immune system's down, sometimes they get more sick. Cats are very sensitive. They'd rather be in their own environment. At home is just much better.
I guess we'll see what we can do.
It's not hard. Cats are pretty self-sufficient.
It has antibiotics, everyone.
Probably twice a day.
In the morning?
Probably morning and night.
Okay.
Because you want to usually do them 12 hours apart.
I don't think it's eaten either. We were feeding the cats, it smelled it, but it didn't eat.
But see, if cats can't smell, they don't eat.
Oh, I see. I mean,
It's not like dogs or cats will eat anyway. Cats won't eat.
Oh, okay, I see.
Oh, poor baby. We get a lot of cats like this.
Really sick?
Yeah, they have the mange, and then because they're strays and nobody's taking care of them. Yeah. So, all right, no problem.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know the password.
She's recommending an entropion because he's got really bad eye discharge in the
They
right
don't
eye.
want. They don't want to call him their dog anymore. They don't want him anymore because of his eye. I know. Dumb bitches, not barking bitches. Dumb bitches. That's not good.
Dumb bitches. Now.
That's not good.